Alright, we're here with the science of the seventh dawn, and we're ready to embark on the next part of our journey. Let's see what Elsa has to say. Elsa can tell you are itching to take the fight to the Teleforori. Telephone. Ah, Lily, you're looking well. I take it you managed to squeeze in some rest if you came hoping for tidings from Cryle. I'm afraid we're still waiting, but we do have some odd scraps of news to share. Scraps, she says. Lunar primals have been popping up all over the place, but the Alliance has the situation well in hand, thanks in no small part to Hori, Boulder, and the others. Ah, Group B, they're doing well. Meanwhile, talks with the beast tribes are going even better than expected. Encouraged by Old Da's progress with the Amalja, Gridania has opened negotiations with Ixal, believe it or not. All of which is obviously very encouraging. But with the telephones still out there, it's not as if we can afford to lower our guard. I've just given up on trying to pronounce that right at this point. Teleforoi. Hey, Arthas. Alright, Arthas, good luck on your journey. Thanks for dropping by. Begging your pardon, but I come bearing an invitation from the Alliance. A council meeting is due to be held in Alamigo, and your attendance is humbly requested. Ah, we were just talking about the Alliance. May I ask what's on the agenda? I believe the intention is to share news of recent developments, and discuss what measures might be taken to combat the telephones. In concert with our new allies, the beast tribes have also been invited. Nice. It is hoped that they will join us in the fight against our common foe. So the alliance would bring all of the beast tribes into the fold as a single stroke. At a single stroke. An ambitious plan given the delicacy of the negotiations, but mayhap an expedient one, considering the threat we face. Indeed, my lady, and for their part I am told the beast tribes have agreed to attend. If the Science too are present, all of Eorzea will be represented. Yep. To arrange such a meeting must have been quite an undertaking, not only diplomatically, but practically. I gotta slow down. Pray inform the Alliance that we would be honored to participate. We shall make for Alamigo without delay. Then I will bear your answer twithered with all haste. We look forward to receiving you at the Royal Palace. Time to teleport. Well, now that we've accepted the invitation, who exactly is going to attend? I move that you and Stola lead our contingent. Given how long you have worked to end summoning, it is only right that you be present for what promises to be a historic moment. I think we've all played our part in that little endeavor, don't you, Lily? Oh, hell yeah. All present may rightly claim a seat. I do quite agree. But by your leave, I believe I shall remain here and lend what assistance I can to the coordination of our defensive efforts. I'm not coming either. Amric will be there, and I'd rather not be interrogated. Fair enough, Estinian. Very well then. While those with the mind to hold the fort get on with holding it, I suggest to the rest of us make for Alamigo. Shall we? Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Let's go where the crowd is. On content stuff. There it is. We have been expecting you. While some few guests have yet to arrive, the Alliance leaders are all present. Shall I show you in? Yep. Sylphs. Ooh. Hey. Everybody's here.
Esteemed guests, you honor us with your presence. As there is much to discuss, let us begin.
Information on our taken brethren you have, yes? Hear it we would! Beyond forgiveness these featherless ones are! With rivers of blood shall they pay. Freed our people must be!
We too would see your kin liberated. But ere we attempt their rescue, we must first find a means to negate the risk of tempering. Without that, we will be unable even to approach the towers, let alone contend with their defenders.
If all else fails, I've always found cannonballs quite effective.
Whirlwhib.
And what of the prisoners? Would you see them slaughtered?
Think for a moment. Ponder, consider, think. If Merlwib truly intended to bombard the towers, she would have done so by now. Remember, we came here to find a solution together, did we not?
Y'Stola spoke of defenders. I but offered a means to clear a path, should you require it.
Given the enemy's capabilities, we will all need to play our part if we are to have any chance of success. For if any here should give less than their best, it will be to the cost of every living being on this star.
A paragon, the Empire, our very gods. How can we hope to prevail against such odds?
That our foe is formidable, none would deny. But our strengths are many and varied. In this chamber, I see masters of strategy, masters of magic, masters of the land, the air, and the sea. And together, there is nothing in creation we cannot overcome.
Well spoken. Huh?
I beg your pardon?
What is it, Soulwalker? Do not express your passion thus.
Oh.
A little pretty will outdo, perhaps. Suffice it to say, I am proud to be counted amongst Eorzea's finest. We Sahagin will play our part.
Well, then that was a sign of him being happy. Okay, gotcha.
We kobolds have not forgotten the crimes the Overdwellers committed against us in the past. But today we look to the future, as allies united in purpose.
Good.
Make mock of the Ixal the Paragon does! Turns kin into puppets! Pits brother against brother! Free them from his grasp, we shall!
As Patriarch Zadar will attest, the Scions have granted us a means to free your brethren from their thraldom. This boon we will gladly share, that your people might never be enslaved again.
We accept! We accept!
Praise be!
Praise be.
It's taken a while, but I do believe we might be one step closer to a world without primals. Would that Minfilia were here to see it.
Oh, Thancred.
We still have a long way to go, and we're going to need a lot more Porksies. But we're moving in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
If I may have your attention, there is one other point I would like to raise. As we can all agree, freeing those held captive must take precedence over every other concern. But experience has taught us that none save those with the capacity to resist tempering can hope to enter the towers unscathed. And even once inside, a still greater threat may yet await them, that which we call a primal. Needless to say, if we are to succeed, engaging with such foes can only ever be considered a last resort. And so I move that we seek to prevent them from being summoned in the first place.
Yes! Both prayer and ether are needed for the ritual. Should either one be denied, the summoning would fail.
Indeed. And so we must endeavor to discover the source of the ether on which the process depends. Do so, and it may present a way to halt the summonings, or perhaps even neutralize the towers entirely.
That would be great.
A promising proposal. While you are conducting your investigations, however, we will need to remain vigilant, lest the Telophoroi commit further abductions and summon primals ere we have the means to prevent them. To stand a better chance of keeping our enemy at bay, we would do well to coordinate our defensive efforts, sending reinforcements to assist our neighbors when needed.
We Amalja would have been overwhelmed were it not for our newfound allies. But say the word, and we shall come.
Hey.
I see we are all in accord. But what are we to call this proud fellowship of ours? I submit that the honor of naming it should go to the scion whose brave efforts have done so much to unite Eorzea. What say you, my friend?
Amrik, you're putting a really big bird on my shoulder. You know I'm bad with names. Yeah. This sounds more like in tune with what Lily would do.
Might I suggest the Grand Company of Eorzea? I remember a certain someone pondering it once upon a time, and it seems as fitting a name as any.
A fine choice, for there is none here who does not love Eorzea.
I love that. Alice coming to my rescue. Gotta give her a chance, right?
In that we shall ever be united.
United in our gratitude for the realm that gave us life.
Then let it be recorded that on this day, the Grand Company of Eorzea was born.
Oh, Fano. It was him, wasn't it? Oh, honey. Oh.
How long have we dreamed of this moment? And now that it's here, Oh, forgive me. Might we speak outside?
Yeah. Let us do so. Loading. Well, now that we are out of earshot of the other delegates, I hope you will forgive me if I speak my mind. Let me begin by saying that I have dreamed of this day since the moment I first set foot upon these shores, and that I was as heartened as anyone to see the peoples of Eorzea pledge their solidarity. Yet even as they uttered their declarations, all I could think about was the conflict to come, of the sacrifices that would be made, and the lives lost, inevitabilities that I still struggle to accept. But at least now there's hope. The formation of the Grand Company of Eorzea is the first step, the first of many. Many and more. Hey! Elder Seedsteer, how might we be of service? I seek Master Alphinaud's assistance in a matter involving Gridania's neighbors, the Sylphs. I know that you and yours have long kept a weather eye upon the crystal trade, the better to predict the coming of primals, and so you will be familiar with the Sylphs of the Ashcrown Consortium. Through their dealings, they have cultivated relations not only with the city-states, but many other communities besides. Communities such as the Beast Tribes. Just so, it is our hope that we may make use of the self-established lines of communication to coordinate the efforts of our new fellowship. Yet there remain certain practical differences between a trade consortium and a grand company. If the Sylphs are to perform their task effectively, they will require the counsel of one versed in the operational aspects of an armed force. An armed force founded with the selfsame goal in mind, no less. The Crystal Braves, yes. Forgive me, Master Alphinaud. I know that it was a painful chapter in your life, but the experience may yet be made to serve the realm. In my hubris, I plotted a course for the Crystal Braves which stretched far beyond the Order's initial conception. One intended to pave the way for the founding of what I intended to call the Grand Company of Eorzea. But my plans all came to naught. Built upon a frail foundation of lofty ideals, the Order was doomed from the first to collapse under the weight of more worldly interests, and I have no wish to see this new endeavor suffer the same fate. Mayhap I ask too much of you? Not at all. You may count upon my assistance for what little it is worth. By your leave, I shall prepare a report, including a list of recommendations drawing on the lessons I learned from the failures of the Crystal Braves. You have my gratitude, Master Alphinaud, and my trust. When your report is ready, pray share it directly with the Sylphs. With your guidance and the earnest efforts of every goodly soul gathered here this day, I have no doubt but that our fellowship shall emerge from the shadows of the Tellerofori and flourish. Until next we meet, my friends. Hey. Before committing anything to writing, there are a number of people whose thoughts I should like to hear. Former Braves, you understand. Might you join me in seeking them out? As if you have to ask. Thank you. As someone who has witnessed the Order's rise and fall, yours would be a reassuring presence. I'll join you if you're planning to canvass the opinions of your former comrades. It will be a lot quicker if we share the task of questioning them. Then mayhap Graha can lend a hand as well. I shall accompany Thancred back to the Rising Stones. Between us, I dare say we should be able to provide an accurate enough account of the day's events. E. We should be glad of your company, Graha. I shall explain the details on the way. See you later, you two. I take it we will soon be paying the Sylphs a visit. How fascinating it will be to speak with them in person, though I gather conversation can prove rather challenging. It will not be easy to revisit the past, but sometimes one must look to the back and see the way forward. So what's the plan, brother mine? Before discussing the task at hand, I should probably admit that the report I proposed is largely written. Not long after that fateful day in Ilda, I penned a detailed account of the organization's history, from the events that led to its inception to the failings that brought about its demise. This I did primarily as a means of taking some semblance of responsibility. Never did I imagine that it might later be referred to by those seeking to form a similar organization. And while I made every attempt to be objective, the account was mine alone, its events viewed from my singular perspective. For it to be of use, however, it must be broadened to encompass the viewpoints of all involved. Only then can I answer what seems to me to be the crucial question. Namely, why after the Crystal Braves disbanded did some members choose to remain with us while others did not? I see. You think the answer will tell us something about the nature of the ties that bind our new grand company together, and that this knowledge might help us to prevent it from falling apart when those bonds are inevitably tested. That is my hope, yes. But the questions I would ask are uncomfortable to some. As the former commander of the Crystal Braves, I doubt that those who abandoned the cause would welcome my inquiries. Then Graha and I will just have to try. Meanwhile, the two of you can talk to the ones who kept the faith. A fine suggestion. Have care, however. Certain of my former comrades are of questionable character, so keep your wits about you and let us reconvene in Gridania later on. If you have no objections, I have in mind to begin by speaking with Royal and LNA. If memory serves, the two of them will be attending an intelligence briefing at Castrum Oriens. Let us seek them out there. Off we go! Oh, I didn't expect to see you here, Lily. But if you enjoy intelligence briefings, you've come to the right place. Real! Well, look who it is, and what brings you two here. Wouldn't have anything to do with the big meeting, would it? In a manner of speaking, I have been assigned a task, you see, for which I require the assistance of former members of the Crystal Braves. So you want to know why we decided to stick with the Scions, eh? Ain't an easy thing to put into words, that. As Rio will attest, I spent a long time agonizing over my failure to alert you to the traitors in our midst. For my negligence, I was captured along with many others, and we were powerless to prevent the tragedies that ensued. Not a day goes by that I do not think back to those fateful events. By joining the Scions, I hope to redeem myself, and I will continue to serve the cause for as long as I am able. But that wasn't my only reason. When we were finally reunited at the Rising Stones, we refused to blame anyone but yourself for the fall of the Crystal Braves. And in spite of everything that had happened, everything you had suffered, you took us back without a moment's hesitation. We would not have blamed you had you turned us away. But when you gave us your trust instead, what else could we do but try to repay it? No. That's what. As for my own tale, well, I've always felt the Scions had something in common with me old crew. The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. That was their creed, and I will strive to live by it to this day. But as time gone on, I've learned that strength comes in many shapes and sizes. From Hoary Boulder to Mistress Tataru, we've all got of us something to offer. And not one of us is doing it for personal gain, because we believe there's more important things than that, things worth protecting, which is what being a Scion's all about. Aw, I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, my friends. To hear this from you means more than you know. Forgive me. Lily, could you? Give us your thoughts on the Crystal Braves. Well, its founding ideals were something to be proud of, but the ideals alone don't make a crew. For every swab who signed up with good intentions, there was another who was only in it for the coin, the glory, or both. Ours was quite a disparate band, and while I would never forgive Ilbert, the fact that we managed to function at all was thanks in large part of his efforts. Just a pity he was doing it all for the wrong reasons, eh? Only takes one bad apple, they say, and the Braves had a bear full of 'em. Not like the Scions. We might look like a ragtag band of misfits, but deep down, we've all got that shared sense of purpose. And why? 'Cause Tataru sifted out all the glory hunters before they made it through the door. I see. So while our ranks comprise a diverse range of people, each with their own individual strengths, we are all united in purpose. Thank you, my friends. With your permission, I shall make a record of our discussion and refer to it when drafting my recommendations. Until we meet again. Until we meet again. Ba 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 ba. After the company of heroes went their separate ways, I did try working on me own for a bit, and I'll admit it was nice being able to pick me own battles. But if you want to make a real difference, you need to find a good crew and stick with them. Speaking of former Crystal Braves, I have not seen Argamuth of late. Constantly away on missions as he is, I wonder how he fares. Alphonse is keen to hear what Alice and Grahatia have learned from the Braves who turned their back on the cause. Well, I think we have taken up enough of our colleagues' time, and I am conscious that life-affirming testimonies await. Let us make our way to Gridania and hear what the others have learned. To Gridania! Hang on. Do it that way. Let's see how. Okay. Fancy skilled. On the way here, I took the opportunity to write up my notes from our conversation with Alan A. and Riol. All that remains is to add Talasay and Graha's findings, whatever they may be. When Alasay sets her mind on something, there is no stopping her, and her mind was truly set on finding former braves. For a while, I even feared what she might do to them, but in the event, she was admirably civil for the most part. Thanks to Tatario's ever-dependable intelligence, we managed to track down a handful of former braves without any great difficulty. Some were forthright, others less so. When we heard enough to form a picture, I must warn you, Alphino. Some of their comments were harsh. I can well imagine, but their opinions are no less vital to my report. I seek the unvarnished truth. Thank you. I'll set about adding your findings to my own at once. In the meantime, pray go on ahead to Little Solace and seek out Elder Frixo. I will join you anon. Leave me to attend to my report and join the others in Little Solace. I shan't keep you waiting long. I know how playful the souls can be. Alright. Whee! Bling, 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 bling. No one else here. Oh, there they are. Though I had the honor of sharing a table with Elder Frixo in Alamigo, I did not have the opportunity to speak with him. I do hope my studies have granted me a sufficient grasp of his people's customs. Who else is here? Just Graha, Alasay. Now that I think about it, the four of us, only you and Alphonal have any real experience in conserving with sylphs. Still, it can't be that hard, can it? Ah, welcome, Brave One and friends of Brave One. How good it is to see Walking Ones again so soon after the meeting. Should this one perform the customary dance of greeting? No, be at ease. It is true that these ones have once delighted in making Walking Ones dance, but no more. Horned One Kan-E Senna said the Walking Ones would be coming to Little Solace. Imperial Ones also invaded Sylphlands and abducted many of these ones, so these ones will be glad to bear messages between fighting friendly ones. That is heartening to hear, Elder. It will require all ones to work in unison to stop the Telerophery. Gonna stick to telephone, actually. These ones will try very hard, of course, but in matters of war, these ones have little experience. Any advice Walking Ones can provide would be the most welcome. Oh, another pretty silver-haired one? And in quite a hurry, it seems. Alasay, you must come quickly. Whatever's the matter, Alphino? Don't tell me. You couldn't read my handwriting? What? No, a twin adder officer accosted me as I was about to set out. Charlene has sent an envoy who is due to arrive in Gridania at any moment. Charlene! An envoy? Could it be that Kryl has managed to sway the forum? We shall know soon enough, but there is more. The envoy has requested that the two of us attend the audience with the Elder Seedseer. Really? I can see why they might want science to be present, but us specifically? Wait, it isn't who I think it is. It is. I could scarce believe it myself. But when I inquired as to the envoy's identity, I was told that it was one for Chantalon Levier. Your father? Well now, the fact that a serving member of the Forum had journeyed here would be surprise enough. But him? Quite. I gleaned from this that they are taking the matter seriously. That may be, but why him and not one of the other 98 Forum members, unless he volunteered for it? It has been some time since you last saw your father, has it not? Could it be that he is concerned for your well-being? Perhaps, but he has always been reluctant to discuss his work with us. Indeed, and whenever we write to our parents, it is invariably our mother who replies. Nevertheless, I welcome the opportunity to meet with him after so long, even if it is secondary to his true purpose here. Eder Frixio, loath though I am to cut our visit short, you must return to Gridania. Pray accept my apologies, along with my report. Never mind, there will be time to talk later. This one will keep walking once from more urgent matters. Go! The audience will be held at the Lotus Stand, where the Elder Seedseer awaits even now. Let us be on our way. Onwards! I believe that's the Conjurers Guild. Welcome, Warrior of Light. The Elder Seedseer and your friends are waiting within. We're here. After all this time away, it'll be good to see my father, even if it is at an official meeting. 99 may seem like a rather lot of members, but before the Forum was founded, every person of age in Charlian was given equal say in its governance. Many of the institutions that are still active today were established by the people's vote, not least the Studium. As LSA and I were constantly reminded during our time there, it is an example of what can be achieved through absolute democracy. During my time in Charlian, I heard much of Forchenalt Levier. He is a gifted speaker, known amongst other things for the uncompromising application of foreign policy. My friends, I thank you all for coming so swiftly. Word of Master Fortunalt's visit took us quite by surprise. When the Alliance granted Mistress Kyle's permission to request Charlian's aid, we did not anticipate so prompt a reply, much less that it would be delivered by a member of the Forum. What the nature of that reply may be, we shall soon discover. This must be him.
Elder Seedseer, I thank you for granting me this audience. I am Fortuno Leveilleur, here in my capacity as representative of the Forum.
It is I who should thank you, Master Fortuneau, for journeying so far and so swiftly. Would that our first meeting could have been under happier circumstances.
Okay, so it's Fortuneau. Children!
It has been too long, Father. You look well.
As do you both. Ameliance will be glad to hear that you are taking care of yourselves.
No.
How is Mother?
She misses you terribly, of course, but is otherwise a picture of health. Circumstances apart, I'm grateful that our meeting has afforded me the chance to be reunited with my children at long last. And I believe I also owe you thanks for the hospitality you showed my father, Louisoix, during his sojourn in Eorzea.
All thanks we owe to him. In the days prior to the 7th Umbral Calamity, it was your father's tireless efforts which granted us a means to vanquish the Primals. Were it not for him, our strength would have been quite spent by the time the Empire arrived. That Gridania still stands is in large part his achievement. He was a great man.
He would doubtless have been moved to hear you say so. I must confess, however, that I opposed his decision to intervene. And my position remains unchanged.
To chart the course of history, not to change it. I am familiar with the Sharlayan stance.
It is more than that. It is our way of life, who we are. But I came here not to deliver a lecture, but the Forum's answer to your request. Sharlayan will under no circumstances intervene in the conflict between Eorzea and the Garlean Empire.
May I ask for what reason the Forum has come to this decision? The final days spell the end not only for Eorzea, but the entire world.
The final days? Pray spare me your hyperbole. This conflict is no more than the latest in a series of petty squabbles between yourselves and Garlemald, one in which Sharlayan will take no part. If the final days were truly upon us, we would know.
Father, you must ask the Forum to reconsider. You may feel safe on your little island across the waves, but if you imagine the Telophoroi will leave you be, you are mistaken. They mean to kill us all, themselves included.
Alphino is right. We have seen what the enemy is capable of, the lengths to which they'll go. This is no time to turn a blind eye. If Eorzea falls, so too will Sharlayan. So if you truly love our homeland, you will join us. Now, before it's too late.
I thought you knew better than to raise your voice to your elders. It seems I was wrong. Wrong to ever let you leave, Sharlayan. I consoled myself that your time abroad would instill in you some hint of restraint, of discipline. But I see now that Eorzea has made fools of you both. Have you forgotten why it was that I so vehemently opposed your grandfather's departure? For all his wisdom, his only solution was to go to war. Death, devastation, ruin. Even those who claim victory are scarred for life. What prize could ever justify such sacrifice? It is the duty of the learned to avert such tragedy. By fanning the flames of war, you forsake all you once held dear.
To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence.
I see your friend shares your misguided ideals. But unlike her, you should know better. By espousing such barbaric notions, you subvert the teachings of Sharlayan and place all we have worked for in jeopardy. Alphino, Alize, as of this moment, you shall no longer bear the name of Leveilleur.
Oh shit!
What?
He's disowning them!
How you choose to live your lives is no longer my concern. If you wish to walk the path of ruin, I will not stand in your way.
Wow!
Master Fortuneau, while Sharlayan may have no intention of intervening in this conflict, we can still part as friends. Will you not stay and speak with us, that we might learn of Sharlayan's hopes for the morrow?
I have said what I came here to say. Any further discussion would be meaningless.
Father, wait!
Don't bother, Alize.
How can you stand there and watch him walk away? How can you let this happen?
Yikes. It is we who walk the path of ruin. Time will tell. In order to avoid conflict with Garlemald, the Forum went so far as to order the abandonment of the entire city-state. Their refusal to aid us now is, I am sorry to say, entirely consistent with their historic position. It was not so very long ago that we had a friend and neighbor in Sharlayan, and so I clung to the hope that she might yet lend us her strength. But when she forsook Dravania, it would seem she forsook us all. So that's what he came here to say? That we're all fools for having the temerity to defend ourselves against the Tellaroffery? And as for the rest, like it or not, this was the Forum's decision. To watch from afar while Eorzea burns. Father was but the messenger, and as he handed down their judgment, I could think of nothing to say that could possibly sway him. I still can't. To have prolonged the discussion would have changed little, for it is not only Master Fortuneau who must be persuaded, but the Forum as a whole. Their decision was made ere your father crossed the sea. Nor is it like to be changed, and so we shall face the telephone without their aid. Telephoroi. Forgive me, but they had no intention of helping us. Then why would they go to the trouble of sending an envoy in the first place? Why did they not simply keep their counsel as they are wont to do? Lily, has Master Fortuneau arrived yet? Yes, he has. Then as I feared, my efforts were in vain. I pleaded our case to as many Forum members as I could, but they flatly refused to discuss the matter. No, that's not exactly true. I should rather say that they ignored every word I said on the subject. Without exception, it was almost unnerving. Could it be that they are hiding something from us? That might go some way to explain Master Fortuneau's performance. When he said that they would know if the final days were truly upon us, I dismissed it as pride. What if they genuinely believe that they know how the world will end, and simply disagree with us about the circumstances? That I don't know, but something tells me that they are not as concerned about the Telephoroi as they claim. If the threat weren't real, why else would they be so standoffish and secretive? I would very much like to delve deeper into this, but I'm afraid I've exhausted every avenue of inquiry. Nor have I fared any better with my other mission, researching Heidelin in the Ethereal Sea. I tried enlisting the help of experts in the field, but it appears the Forum has forbidden anyone from cooperating with us. Obstructed at every turn. So it would seem, but don't lose heart just yet. With all the knowledge and acquaintances we have between us, we can still find a way forward. To that end, I would like you all to join me here, when the time is right, of course. I am aware that matters in Eorzea stand on a nice edge, but with your permission, I can at least start making the necessary arrangements. Please do. Excellent. Obviously, keeping the Telephoroi at bay must take precedence, but with luck, you'll be able to make the journey into Sharlayan ere long. It may take a while to secure entry for you all, but I'll let you know when everything is in order. Look after yourselves in the meantime, won't you? Your speculations give me cause to hope, yet if these seeds will bear fruit, I cannot say. While it is possible the Sharlayans hide some secret truth from us, there can be no certainty that its exposure will prompt them a change of heart. And so, for the present, we must needs confront the plight in which we find ourselves. The Forum has refused our request for aid, and it falls to us alone to contend with the Telephoroi. Even with all of Eorzea standing united, there is no guarantee that we will prevail. What does Sharlayan intend to do if we fail? Pineapple juice. What does it do? Pity. Let's go with the chicken fettuccine. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. With their knowledge, Sharlayan could have done so much for the cause. They could have helped us to uncover the secrets of the towers and save the tempered captives within, and yet... Gods! Throughout my childhood, I remember grandfather arguing with my father over Sharlayan's policy of non-intervention, and this time it was my turn to play the role. But even if my grandfather could not win him over, what chance had I? If words exist that may sway him, I know not what they are. The Forum includes representatives from all of Sharlayan's central institutions. With them hindering Kryle's investigation, she will struggle to make any headway on her own. Oof. While Sharlayan's stance is indeed disappointing, we cannot allow ourselves to be distracted from the challenge before us. There is much and more to be done. I shall begin by sharing the Forum's response with my counterparts in the Alliance. Meanwhile, I would ask that the Scions... Grave tidings, walking ones. Grave tidings! Calm yourself, my gentle friend. What has occurred? These ones who went to see the feathered ones send terrible news. Destroying ones have appeared in the Zephatol. Destroying ones and captured ones had even fighting frightful godly ones. Feathered ones didn't stand a chance and were sent flapping and squawking. When did this happen? Is it too late to help them? Too late, yes. Much too late. But luckily, destroying ones were only passing through and continued on west. Feathered ones who did not fight were left unharmed. West. That would be Corythus. My lady, the Guardians report that the Telephoroi have emerged from the eastern highlands of Corythus and are marching at speed. Though their purpose has yet to be determined, the Cotonou Flats would seem their most likely destination. Lord Amric has already dispatched his forces and requests our immediate support. Tell him he shall have it. The time has come for the Grand Company of Eorzea to prove its worth. While mayhap it is a mercy that we do not have time to stew upon our misfortunes. Come, my friends, let us make haste to Cartonneau. Well, wait! This one almost forgot. Destroying ones were said to be led by cackling robe one. This one must see that all walking ones know. Farewell! So Fandaniel's there. Fandaniel. Who else? It was only a matter of time before that grinning maniac showed himself again. I shall have an airship ready to bear you to Cartonneau. Pray see to your preparations and report to the landing with all haste. Yep. At once, my lady. Let us away. Ba ba da ba 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 ba. Ba-da, 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 ba-da. Okay. Fordola! Come on, this will only take a moment, alright? Any others here? Okay. Lily, it would seem Fordola here has come all the way to Gridania to find us. I have explained the situation, but she insists her business is urgent. Aye, and it'll be over sooner if you shut up and come with me. Let's go then. Arnvald! Oh, my friend, you're okay.
Arenvald! I can't tell you
Monkey!
how good it is to see you.
Hello.
It arrived a lot sooner than expected, eh? The day I craned my neck up at you.
Only because you're sitting down. Unless...
Oh, shit.
Afraid so. The Chirurgeons say I may never walk again. Come on, Alfino, it could be worse. Besides, I didn't come here to dampen the mood. Quite the opposite.
Alright, Arnvald, what you got for us, bud?
All I've ever wanted was to fight for a cause I believe in. But my fighting days are over. So I want you to fight in my stead. Be the hero I can't.
Oh...
I am no hero.
That's what they all say, though. No one ever calls themselves a hero. Even the ones who eat primals for breakfast. It's for others to decide.
Come on, Arnvald.
Look, Alfino. You already are a hero. To me and countless others. We see you doing your damnedest to protect us all. And you're not alone, are you? There are people who believe in you, just as you believe in them.
We carry the dreams of many, will carry yours too.
I know what's at stake, and how many people are depending on you. But I believe in you. Believe that you'll see it through. That's why I'm entrusting my dreams to you. Like Albert and Owley once entrusted their dreams to me.
Oh gosh, this game knows how to bring the feels in.
There was a time when I would have borne the weight of such expectations without a second thought. But now, I know just how heavy that burden can be. To tell the truth, I'm beginning to wonder if I chose the right path. Sacrifices will inevitably be made for the sake of the ideals I uphold. Maybe I am not the person I thought I was. The person you think I am.
I wouldn't presume to tell you. But I will say this. In spite of everything, you've come this far. The road ahead might not always be clear, but you've never been one to give up or take the easy way out. And everything you do for others. For a brighter future. I'm proud to call you my friend.
Oh, those are really good words are involved.
Well, I've said my piece, so I'll let you go. I know you've got more important things to be doing. Just give what I've said some thought, all right?
I shall, my friend. And we will meet again soon, I promise.
I'm so happy he's okay. I mean, not okay, but he's still
Nothing
breathing.
left for me to do but wave and smile.
Oh, my friend.
You've got a pretty narrow view of what it means to be a hero. Do you know that? You think they're all forged in the fires of battle? That it's all about being brave and killing villains? Alphino and the others will carry on their fight. But theirs isn't the only one. There are other ways you can make a difference. If you stop feeling sorry for yourself and put your bloody mind to it.
There's not much chance of me living the quiet life with you around, is there?
If you're content to twiddle your thumbs thinking of what might have been, that's your lookout. But I reckon you've got some fight left in you.
He do, though.
And I reckon you might be right. If there's a way I can still help my friends, I'll bloody well find it.
Attaboy, Arnvald! Oh boy. I rather doubt that Fordola obtained the Cryurgen's permission before bringing Arnvald halfway across the realm, and solely to deliver a message at that. They should both have known better, but what's done is done, and I will not soon forget his words. After Pagthalan, I had assumed the Telephori would continue to target settlements, but it's plain that they considered Zephtol a mere obstacle on the road to Cardinal. What then draws them to the flats? They must keep a close eye on their movements. Alright, let's do this. You can tell me later what that was all about, but judging by the set of Alphino's jaw, it appears you to have done him some good. Fancred and the others have already left the Rising Stones, and according to the communications officer, Amalja and Kobold's forces are also bound for Codno as we speak. They mean to keep the promise they made in El Amigo, and we must do the same, by saving as many of their tempered kin as possible. Anyway, the airship is ready to depart. We should get going. Upon joining the battle at Cardinal, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to participate in the battle and view these scenes in their entirety. Your progress through the battle will be saved at certain points. In the event that you are defeated, you will be able to try again for the most recent of these. Please note that if you enter battles associated with other quests or log out from the game, this progress will be lost. Death into Dawn! Let's go! Hey, we're here. Sup?
My fellow Scions, as I am sure you will have heard, we can expect no help from Charlian, nor are we any closer to discerning the Telophoroi's grand design. And now, our adversary moves against us in unprecedented numbers, compelling us to answer in kind. The outlook, in short, is bleak. Yet though our foes are many, and we but few, we may still tip the balance in Eorzea's favor.
Of course. We will do what we always do. Deal with the ones our allies can't. A less than daunting prospect, judging by your expression. Could it be that you've dispelled your lingering doubts, Alphino?
You got this, buddy.
I doubt I ever will. But as my friends have kindly reminded me, I have come this far, and that must count for something.
Gods be good, Alphino. That's what we've been trying to tell you all along.
Oh.
For one so bright, you can be remarkably dim at times. There is such a thing as overthinking, you know.
Oh, Estinian's got this nailed.
Might I suggest that we continue this conversation after the battle? It would appear that Telophoroi have already arrived.
I'll do what I can to cure the tempered, but they'll have to be incapacitated first.
Have care, my friends, for none can say wherefore our foe did choose this fateful field to be our battleground. Whatever may transpire, pray grant him not the pleasure of deterring you.
Alrighty. Let's go save the world. Listen well, friends. The Telophoroi are sweeping across Cardinal. As for the Ascian, he was briefly sighted above the battlefield, but has since vanished. He likely tends to watch events unfold from afar. Thus far, the movements of the lunar primals have proven difficult to predict. Even when poised to ambush our troops, they instead withdraw for some unknown reason. Whatever the Telophoroi's plan may be, the primals are our primary targets. Understood. They will not elude us the signs for long.
Prepare yourself!
Let's give it our all!
Hold father's friend.
Alright, Obsidian, let's go. Something's not right. Yes, Pally Power. Primal incoming. As the signs spread out across the field, Alce and Graha take the fight to the Telephoroi. Oh, I see what's going on here. I want those figures? Yeah, hell yeah. Fair Flare. Okay.
Allow me. Just the beginning.
Right behind you.
Oh shit. Raw move. Yeah. Let's do it. Oh no. Van Daniel. Do you see that? The glyph? Yes. How worried should we be? Is there gonna be a tower? Listen well and judge for yourself. Though I can see the ethereal currents, I had not thoroughly examined those that flow through the heart of Cartonneau. But now that I am here, things have become clear. The flats conceal an etheric confluence, like to the pillars of the Azim steppe, but greater in scale. Far greater. The glyphs that Van Daniel has conjured each into the very midst. Has conjured reach into its very midst. And I believe I know their purpose. Should the lunar primals destroy them, it would spark a chain reaction with the potential to obliterate the confluence entirely. The resultant disruption to the flow of ether would sow chaos among the elements, prompting earthquakes, floods, and tempests large enough to lay waste to the realm. That he would go so far cometh as little surprise. He must needs protect the confluence at all cost. Let's move out! Defeat Lunar Odin and defend the oh shit. Is that Odin? So the time has come to pit my blade against his. Follow me. Malefic. I'm playing an Urian J. Healing. Okay. Okay. Let's go.
I shall protect thee.
My turn!
May the 12 guide you.
away with you!
Yeah, yeah, indeed. Oh. Yeah, obviously I don't have no idea how to play frickin' Astrologian. Um. There we go. Also, hello, Blue. Next. Ooh. Havana. Okay. I play girl, huh? Yep. Okay. This is red mage. Not red mage, black mage, obviously. Lightning damage, cure, medica. Oh, he's got break. Neat. Okay. Let's start off with thunder, shall we? Oh shit.
I have you now.
What the fuck? What did I do wrong here? I want to try again. Oh, did I break the butterflies? No, I didn't. I didn't think I had that limited time to actually defeat them. I'll do that. Normal. Skip that. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so that's really big. Okay.
I have you now.
Oh, one more. Oh, damn. Okay. Oh. Thank you, I'll say. Woo! Havana defeated. Woo! And who do we fate? At the selfsame moment, you stand shoulder to shoulder with Alphino and Estinian, resolved to lay Lunar Ifrit low. Ifrit? Hello, big guy. That's the one. Alright, up to it. Yeah.
You're finished!
Woo!
We must fight
Nail! Nail! I saw a squirrel. Oh shit. I can't remember my rotation that well. Okay. I keep messing it up. Don't hit that right away. I go with those ones. Okay. There is my rotation. There we go. I saw Ifrit. It was ugly. Kick its ass. Easy. Justinian, do it!
I have you now.
Oh shit! Dude! Justinian's so cool, dude. Where's...
I will not be outdone.
This is like a soft enrage. There we go. Got it. Check my OBS. We're still good. Sayonara. Van Daniel.
And thus another plan went up in smoke. I am beginning to see why Lord Xenos thinks so highly of you. Not that this changes anything, you understand. You have merely earned yourself a stay of execution.
Get out of here. Is everybody okay? Alphano.
Glory be to Garlemore.
I'm sorry, dude.
How fare the tempered?
We've treated as many as we can, but some were beyond help.
Do not hang your heads so, brave scions. Though not all of our captured brethren could be saved, we are grateful for those whose minds have been restored. You could do no more, and that is enough.
So please hold your heads high.
I should have been quicker. But I'll do better next time. Thank you for your kind words. They mean a lot.
A victory at great cost, but a victory nonetheless.
Ian.
We must stay strong and press on. Isn't that right?
Yeah. Let's keep going. One step at a time. One battle at a time. We'll get there.
That
Agreed.
we will.
My children. The moon! The moon! Here are now LSA and Alpha Nova of Light. Okay, we can skip this. Alright. Emmerich! He's here! Estinian's in the same room as Emmerich. Oh my gosh. You guys. You guys. I'll watch it later. No worries. I will recommend that the Alliance keep a closer watch over Cardinal. The Telephoroi may have failed in their attempts to destroy the confluence this time, but there's not to stop them from trying again. Yeah, I think one of the main reasons why I skipped the cutscene, because I don't know if the that theme is copyrighted or not. I'm trying to be careful these days, because I don't know how twitchy Twitch is with these kind of things anymore. Ugh. It was decent of Lord Amric to bear us home aboard his airship. The gods only know how we could have squeezed this many people onto the Bonanza. The Bonanza. Throughout the battle, I could not shake the feeling that all present were performing for the amusement of Fandaniel. Nor did his blithe reaction to this latest defeat give me cause to think otherwise. I can only conclude that such failures are of little consequence to this broader scheme, whatever it may be. Mixjola on my new phone wallpaper. The Cardinal Flats seem fated to play a prominent role in the history of the realm, do they not? I wonder, might the abundance of ether that floweth through the region have led the Elegants to entomb Omega there? Many though the enemy were, their numbers consisted largely of tempered beastmen, with a few lunar primals to keep things interesting. The Garleans themselves ventured little, and lost less. It has ever been the Empire's way to have others fight their battles, but even they would blush at the Telephoroi's use of tempered slaves. Did I have to talk to Thancred? Yeah. My children! The temper that we were able to treat will be taken to the city-states for observation. As soon as the Alliance is satisfied that they are fully recovered, they will be free to return home. At the close of the battle, when the clouds parted and the moon shone down on us all, I cannot well express how I felt. Somehow it seemed more of a beginning than an ending. Tataru, you should have seen my face when Lord Amric turned up on our doorstep. Did none of you think to send word that he was bringing you home? No, not at all. Let's see what she has to say. Lately, the Rising Stones have been a hub of activity. Between combating lunar primals and forging good relations with our new allies, even our newer members have had barely a moment's peace. Hey, Emmerich. I trust you all enjoyed a comfortable flight aboard the Pride of the Ishgardian fleet. Lest you worry, the Bonanza has been towed to a nearby location to be retrieved at your convenience. Yeah. You have thought of everything, Lord Amric, and may I say how much I appreciated the hospitality afforded us on the way home. Think nothing of it. Your destination lay in the same direction, and it afforded me the perfect opportunity to learn how my errant friend had been since last he took his leave. Stydian, it would seem you have finally found a place to settle down. I merely grew weary of wandering the Far East. Returning to more serious matters, while the Telephoroi have been driven from Carteneau, 'tis like that the bulk of their forces yet remain. On the evidence of the Grand Company of Eorzea's first joint military operation, however, I am confident that we have the potential to meet such threats head-on, even without the aid of you and yours. As such, while our forces keep the Telephoroi at bay, I would ask that you apply your talents to the task of neutralizing the towers. A sensible division of labor, while the towers remain, so too will the threat of the lunar primals. And given our expertise on the field of ethereology, we are better qualified to find the solution. That we are, especially should it happen to lie beyond the Alliance's dominion. There is a time and a place for formal investigations, of course, but certain secrets I want to hide where the only enterprising individuals may venture. I could not agree more. There are none better suited to this task, nor any upon whom I would rather rely. Let's go, Scions! Let's go! On behalf of the Alliance, I thank you. We look forward to receiving any information you are able to uncover. And with that, I must take my leave. Should you have need of assistance, pray do not hesitate to ask. Fare you well, my friends. Yeah! Bye, Emmerich. See you later. I confess, I had hoped to be able to study the towers more closely, vital as there plainly are the Telephoroi's plans. If we can discern their ultimate function, we will be one step closer to understanding our enemy's grand scheme. Should we succeed in neutralizing them, of course, it is all but certain that the Telephoroi will mount an all-out invasion. And then we will begin. The one who awaits at the heart of the chaos will come for us. For you. Yet in the end, our true nemesis may be the calamity to end all calamities. The final days themselves. The final days. Yes, all right, Alphino. We need a plan, not portents. As Thancred so eloquently pointed out, we are in a position to seek information from all manners of places. Not least... Sharlayan. According to Kryl, the Forum have been more secretive than ever of late. While this may be related to the appearance of the Telephoroi, that remains a matter of speculation. But one thing is clear, the Forum is determined to keep us from discovering the truth. Master Fortunal's performance at the Lotus Stand was enough to convince me of that. The matter beareth further investigation, I do heartily concur. Nor can I think of a more promising place to look for the answers we seek on the matter of the towers. Charlian hath ever been the wellspring of ethereological knowledge. I care not where we go. Here or there, my lance will be ready. And what of you, Lily? Might you be persuaded to join us? Dude, you're my friends. Of course I'll be along for the journey. Plot a course for Charlian. Hear, hear. It is time we laid bare to Teleforoy's dark designs. It appears we are in agreement. We have but to wait for Cryle to secure the necessary permissions. In the meantime, there is a matter I would investigate. Does it involve tall structures? By strange coincidence, it does. At present, I have only a creeping suspicion, but with your help, I will soon find out whether my fears are warranted. Yeah. Shush. Shush, 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 shush. Yeah, I've learned the emote. Shush. Do we get treated to one last cutscene before the end? Looks like it. Meanwhile, in the Carlian capital, here we go. Oh. Oh boy. There it is.
Those Eorzeans certainly are a stubborn bunch, though I suppose you knew that already. My plan to redirect the ether from Cartano came to a rather less than satisfactory conclusion. It was, in many respects, an abject failure. Which does, of course, raise the question of where we are going to procure the requisite amount. The obvious solution would be to draw on resources a little closer to home, though that would require our dreamer to dream a trifle more deeply.
So be it. The dreamer will not complain.
Then let us begin the preparations at once. With the gateway of the gods complete, all that remains is to gather the necessary ether, and our prize shall be within reach.
Oh, shit.
The time has come to fulfill your heart's desire, my desire! To relieve those wretched creatures of their meaningless existence!
He's lost it. Ooh, Red Moon.
While I await you, I shall drink a sea of souls and gorge myself upon the darkened moon. Then you shall come to me, all roiling rage and rancor. And the stars shall bear witness to our final contest.
What the fuck was that? Huh.
As I thought, the ethereal currents have been disturbed here too.
It was the same in Thanalan. Make that every location we surveyed.
And the strength of each current has diminished dramatically. Far more than could be attributed to a natural occurrence.
What tidings bringest thou from Dravania?
We took a number of readings, and noticed that the closer we were to the tower, the lower the etheric density became. In short,
the towers are drawing upon the land's ether, which would explain how they were able to carry out the summonings.
Our allies must be informed of this. We should return to the Rising Stones and have Tataru relay our findings to them.
Also, Monkey, I think I actually have a good idea what that roar was. And I have seen the trailer, yes.
Hear me. Hear me. Hear me.
Heidelin?
Darkness comes, and with it, the end.
So you finally spoken to me.
Of the star is in your hands.
She's pretty. After all this time, you've finally spoken to me.
Everything all right back there?
Yeah. Everything's fine, Estidian. I'm coming. Oh, it's red now. Whew. As solemn dawn, grim purpose shine, and gazes cast towards the moonlit sky. Thus does our final curtain rise, your steps to guide what ends betides. Oof. Goodness. It's possible she was holding an Ascian mask. I'll have to watch the cutscene again. But yeah. All left to do for MSQ is to wait for Endwalker. Let's see what my friends have to say. I've received word that Arnvald is back at the Fronistery. As much as I would like to visit him, I shall wait until there is good news to share. The last time we met, it was strange that he should be the one trying to cheer me up, in spite of everything that had befallen him. Still, I was glad for the chance to meet with him, and his words continue to be a source of encouragement. I have a feeling the journey to Charlian is going to be quite the test of your nerves, in more ways than one. You'll miss this place while you're away, I just know it. But for now, the best thing you can do is get plenty of rest while we wait to hear from Kryl. The 6-month wait, yes. When Arnvald tried to free the Malja held in the tower, it triggered some sort of alarm, and the captives were killed instantly. As such, we have no choice but to leave them in the clutches of the Telforoi until a means of rescuing them has been found. In the meantime, the summonings of lunar primals will continue. Just as we must rely on the Grand Company of the Eorzea to put down such entities and prevent any further abductions, so too do they rely on us to come through with our investigation. Much more have we discovered of the Telforoi's machinations since Thancred and I did return from Garlemald. Verily, their troops doth appear to have been tempered in much the same manner as those engaged in the construction of the towering edifice in the capital. I'll talk to Estidian last. Not only do the members of the Forum intend to adhere to their long-standing policy of non-intervention, They made a point of sending Master Fortunal here to specifically state that fact. Rather than simply refusing to involve themselves in our affairs, it would appear they are actively trying to prevent us from meddling in theirs. That does, of course, make Kryle's mission of securing an entry into Charlian nigh on impossible, but I am confident that she will find a way regardless. I have conveyed Lord Amrick's wishes to the Coltonet and the others. For the present, their role will be to facilitate communication between our allies and gather information on our enemy. Those who are brought within close proximity of the towers are tempered into serving Garlemald, then forced to summon lunar primals with ether drawn from the land. But even having understood this, we are yet to uncover what the Telephoroi wish to achieve by all this. Are the towers purely for strategic advantage, or do they serve some other purpose? Words are hard. Whatever it is my father and the Forum are hiding, I'm determined to get to the bottom of it. Okay. Any others? Nope. After the end of the Dragon Song War, I spent many a moon roaming Kugane, Raditz Adhan, even Garlemald, but never Charlian. In all honesty, a nation populated entirely by bookish types like Alphinaud is not a place that appeals to me. Oh my gosh.